Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Alright, so I decided to start this new series where I run a bunch of simulations and a bunch of training sims on pvpoke.com every day. I run it on different lines for all the different leagues and just ideas. Hey, this might work, this might not work. But I spent so much time doing it that I thought, why not just do it in a video? Shoutcast these training sims, put these battle simulations out there so you guys can see what goes on in my mind or like what I'm thinking because my mind goes at a bajillion hours per hour because I create really unique teams or like strategies that just blow your mind or they're there for a specific purpose. So I think everyone that really views my videos on a daily freaking basis, I love all of y'all. Thank you so much. So if you guys do review me and you want to see me get wrecked by an AI that's absolutely overpowered as crap because ppoke.com AI at the champions mode is freaking mad swole and he will take your soul, then we shall go into the Sims. But I'm gonna be doing this every day. I'll try to release 2 videos a day now, where one vid will be about meta-analysis or something else, and another will be my daily training sims. Because I run a lot of training sims, I run a lot of battle sims just so I get better as a battler. But what's great about training sims is that you don't need to have a training partner readily available. And even though it doesn't cosmetically look as good as if you're playing the actual game, it's very. There's a reason why this resource is so good is because it's so reliable. It's almost to the barring IVs aside, or like you like punching your opponent in the face and like saying I hate you because you suck and you did this and I didn't call it. You're good. But yeah, the AI is really good. It's to the T. It's pretty dang close, just without the experience. But without that, like I said, let's get into it. This is the first time I'm doing this, and it's going to analyze my Master League team from Season 1 and see how it's going to do for Season 2. Alright, so here's the squad. We have Hydreigon, Mewtwo, and Rhyperior. So Hydreigon is going to be our lead. It's going to be our lead because it wins the most patterns, and if you play Hydreigon extremely well, have very strong advantages. And because of Flash Cannon, you can close out. Now, I haven't actually looked into the bite variant. One of my friends actually told me about that today. Why don't you consider bite? I haven't looked into it, but we'll look into it later. Dark Pulse and Flash Cannon are the standard movesets for me. You do not need, we will investigate, but you really don't need Dragon Pulse. There's no real reason you'll use Dragon Pulse, especially since Hydreigon isn't particularly bulky, but like I said, if you play it well, you can take a lot of stuff. Mewtwo will serve as our safe switch. Psycho Cut, Side Strike combination is so good because it breaks so many shields and it does heavy damage even when it's resisted. Unless you run into a Metagross, but because Metagross is Psychic and Steel, it doubles as Side Strike. That's pretty much the only exception right now. And then you have Focus Blast, of course, the big nuke move that covers so many typings and gives a huge advantage if it does land and we blast through the shields on the Sertera style. What is freaking good? And we got Rapier. Rapier is our anti-steel type, and with Rock Wrecker, it can take out that Togekiss Charmer. Flying Charmers do not take a chance, and Rock Wrecker with Stab does a lot of damage. You will get freaking wrecked if Rock Wrecker lands. And Superpower, because Superpower has a lot of play if you manage energy well. If you manage energy well and you play Superpower, then you will be able to take out a Dialga with half health. You can beat the crap out of a Melmetal, and just Superpower has so much play with that last minute energy, with that last minute surge of attack. That little bit of damage you need to do, you got a Superpower, it will get there faster than a lot of Rhyperior's movesets, and it does, like it says, fighting just has so much great coverage. That double fighting coverage plus everything I give you right here makes this squad extremely powerful. However, this team is incredibly hard to run. As you see right here, my difficulty level for this team is a 10. I started this new difficulty level system. It's the reason why it's a 10 out of 10 is because it's you will see and you'll hear it during the shoutcast when we do the training battles. This is a very not player friendly team. It's incredibly difficult for me to make a quick video that will describe exactly how you use this team to the T. Instead of doing that, I'm going to run a bunch of sim videos like I do every morning and every day to get better, and I will show you it. Hopefully this will help you out to help you understand why the Hydreigon Mewtwo core is the way it is and why Rhyperior is in the back. Alright, so now here we are, we're at peakpoke.com, and now I decided this idea kind of came to me when my friend's like, hey, why don't you just do videos on your training sims so that people that watch your videos can actually look and see how you train and how you see things. That way you can also shoutcast your own matches to practice shoutcasting. So for this particular time, or like what I'm going to do, I'm going to be practicing my Masters League line for Hydreigon, Mewtwo, Rhyperior. So the old line that I used for Go Battle League was my Master League line. I still intend on using it. And that's because Rhyperior, Mewtwo, Hydreigon as a lead is still really strong. Now if you look at the rankings for it, kind of just filling around here. Go to rankings for Master League. Hydreigon overall wasn't looked at as a very high popular pick. After all, it's number 46, and I do run a very unique moveset with. I actually run Flash Cannon mine. Now, the reason I run Flash Cannon is because of two reasons. One, Flash Cannon actually gives you a chance against Togekiss or other mons in as a closer. There is no scenario where you ever will need a Dragon Pulse in ever. Most things that you will beat, you won't use Dragon Pulse. For example, you won't use Dragon Pulse against a Melmetal or Dialga if you encounter it. At the same time, Dark Pulse takes longer. I mean, Dragon Pulse takes longer to get to than Dark Pulse. So, because of Hydreigon's utility, you want to use Hydreigon as your lead, and you want to use Flash Cannon because it's your only emergency exit. I like using moves that really give you an exit point against certain like Pokemon. For example, one of Hydreigon's biggest weaknesses, and I'm fully aware of it, is Togekiss. Now, Togekiss is incredibly powerful. It'll kill Hydreigon in literally a few charms. If you run the simulation in Master League, Hydreigon versus Togekiss, it will lose a lot of matches. If you look right here, it loses pretty much everything. Unless you have Flash Cannon. If you have Flash Cannon, assuming you have some damage on Togekiss, let's put, for example, I have some energy. Or not some damage, I mean some energy. Let's say my starting energy is at 70. Or 80 energy. So let's say we switched into it, we switched Hydreigon out, we realigned everything correctly, and we have some energy. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. Imagine you have 100 energy, or like 90 energy. Let's say 90 energy. 90 energy for Flash Cannon. 90 energy. Assuming you have 90 energy. Hey, Dragon will win the no shield because you have energy and you can kill it with Flash Cannon. As you see here, Flash Cannon will finish off, does a lot of damage against Togekiss. If you have some damage against Togekiss, you can beat it with Flash Cannon. You see, Flash Cannon gives you a chance, that's why I run Flash Cannon. So let's get to the training sim. Now, this is a very useful tool. I heavily recommend you use it. Again, peakpoke.com. If you haven't considered donating, please donate to peakpoke.com's Patreon. Kakuna Matata-sana, the excellent and amazing human being behind this website. I wouldn't be able to do everything I do, the content I create, and the analysis I would do without him. So please consider donating. Anyways, we're going to get straight to Sims. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 5 straight battles. I'm going to run like pretty much like a GBL set. So see GBL set of 5 using this training simulation battle. Now, it may not cosmetically look like and like about like, you know, all the fancy animations and everything, but everything is pretty much to the T. As in, barring IVs aside of your particular Pokemon, the battle will go pretty much according to like if you were playing anybody with like a really good player. The AI is incredibly powerful. It will make a lot of moves that some of the best in the world will make. So it's a very, very good tool. Like I said, set of 5, and now let's get to our first battle. So we get Kyogre versus Hydreigon. This is perfect. We win the lead because Dragon beats Water. Well, in this case, that's what happens. If Kyogre stays here, they will never ever get to a Blizzard because I do so much damage with Dragon Breath, and we can expect a switch here. We do get a switch into the Giratina Origins. I am not going to do anything here. There's no reason to switch out. We're going to start firing Dark Pulses. Now, this is dangerous because Giratina Origins, we wall Gira Origins unless Giratina Origins has Dragon Pulse. If it has Dragon Pulse, I'm in danger. And considering they switched into me, I can only imagine this might have Dragon Pulse. So I'm actually going to shield the first. I'm going to shield first. Normally, I wouldn't shield here, but I want to make sure I'm safe. So we do have it is a Shadow Ball. We're gonna gather a little bit of energy here. I'm gonna fire Dark Pulse, and we're seeing what happens. If it is Dark Pulse, if it is Shadow Ball, Ominous Wind, Hydreigon can tank those 2 moves, and we'll be okay. All right. So my opponent elects to let their Gira go, and we get a Togekiss. This is horrible. We have to switch out immediately. I switch out immediately out of Togekiss, and then we're gonna do Side Strikes. Now this is kind of bad because I think I jacked this up, honestly. I should have switched into Rhyperior, but the switch clock is up, and the big problem with that issue is that Kyogre is gonna come back in. There you go, the Kyogre. If Kyogre meets a Rhyperior dies really fast, like it dies really fast. So almost the equivalent of Mewtwo. So we're gonna get like one more Side Strike in, or gather a little bit of energy, and then we're going to fire a Side Strike. But we have a great advantage here. I wanted this Kyogre dead because the reason why I want Kyogre gone is because we want to keep Rhyperior safe. We should be able to get one more off. Perfect. We get the Side Strike off as planned. Togekiss has energy, but that's perfectly fine. Because unless it's running Dazzling Gleam, none of Togekiss' charge moves will actually kill us. So we're going to let it go, and then my Rhyperior versus my Hydreigon, I'm going to wait for the switch clock a little bit. Send in Rhyperior. There's the charge move. Even if it gets boosted, we should be able to survive. Here we go. The Flamethrower. I resist Flamethrower because of the Rhyperior's rock typing. All we do is just literally just hit it. 3, 4, and then we just farmed out. And there's GG's. I'm just going to go for the extra superpower just for the flex. But this should be, with like 1 HP and a Dreamlet, this token should take out. This is GG's. In Master League, bulk is very important. Knowing what your Pokemon can take in Master League is huge, especially if you win the lead like this. Hydreigon is very confusing, especially like this AI. The good thing about PvPoke.com's AI is it literally knows its matchups. Your opponent, if they don't know they can't be Hydreigon, they might actually stay in and they won't switch out. And that's the advantage of Hydreigon. Hydreigon's typing and its damage output and its moveset make it a really unique pick. So here we go. We're going to go to Battle 2. We get the Groudon versus Hydreigon. Alright, so this is what you do in this matchup. You have to guess Fire Punch is correct. So Mud Chops generate 9 energy, I believe, and Fire Punch is 40 energy, I think. You'll get to it. If I guess wrong here, this is going to be horrible, but hopefully it's a Fire Punch. Perfect. I called the Fire Punch right, because I can eat a Fire Punch. Earthquake takes around 65 energy, so you can charge up 918. You can charge up there pretty quickly. So with the Mud Shots, so then we have to guess this correct. We do get the guess, and now we break a shield, which is perfect. I had to eat 1, and now hopefully this isn't. I'm going to not shield this one, hoping it's a Fire Punch. Okay, perfect. We called both Fire Punches. As you see, Hydreigon can take both Fire Punches. This is amazing because this is what we need. We should be able to get to a Dark Pulse. And we lost that CMP tie, but that's okay. This should be a Fire Punch. Yep. I should live this. Barely live it, though. And then we're going to get the Dark Pulse off. They should break the second shield. Or they're going to let the Groudon go. Either one. A second shield would be even better. Okay, perfect. We grab the second shield. Marpone no longer has any shields, and this is amazing. We got this. This is amazing. So we're going to send him Mewtwo. We're going to shield this next one because he should have enough energy for another move. And we have a shield advantage anyways. It's the Earthquake. That's perfect. That would have did heavy damage against Mewtwo. Now we're just going to farm down. They're going to send their next Mon. And it's a Resident Mewtwo. Now this is okay because I have energy advantage. And I have a shield. So we're okay here. Even if unless this Mewtwo has Shadow Ball, I should be okay. The keyword is unless it's has Shadow. But if you look, Psystrike does so much damage. This is why I love Mewtwo in the back row. It does so much damage. And then we get to switch off into the Snorlax. This is horrible for my opponent. Alright, we're going to get a little bit of energy here. I'm going to shield, but this is fine. Because here's what I'm going to do. I could have saved that shield, but this is okay. We're going to go for the big onto Serterra here. We're going to go for the big Focus Blast. This should KO the Snorlax because Focus Blast Mewtwo does so much damage. Beautiful. We get the KO. I'm going to switch automatically into Rhyperior. Now, Mewtwo has to expend its energy here. We're either going to farm you down, or we're going to figure out what move you have, or drain you of energy. Either way, this is GG's for the AI. So it's indeed an Ice Beam. Ice Beam does heavy damage, but it's okay. We'll still live. And then I can go for Superpower. Okay, never mind. We can't go for superpower. Mewtwo has a lot of energy, but it doesn't matter. Now Mewtwo is energy dry. Mewtwo no longer has any energy. So because of that, we're just going to literally send our Mewtwo in. We're going to get these last little few Side Strikes off for Side Strike. I mean, Psycho Cuts for Side Strike. And this is GG's. We are 2-0 against AIs. As you see here, calling the right plays, even though the meta is incredibly powerful, Hydreigon is really freaking good. It's like Gucci. It's so Gooch. It's Gooch. It's Gooch. It's mad Gooch. It does very good. Very good. Very good. Except when you get the fucking Metagross in red. Because when you get the Metagross in red, yeah, oh, this is horrible. Alright. So, I am actually going to just let this Hydreigon go. I should be able to grab a shield out of this scenario. I'm not going to shield. This Meteor Mash will do heavy damage. However, we're in danger here because Metagross does do a lot against my back row. Now, the reason I'm not doing anything right now is because we don't want to lose switch advantage. What I'm hoping happens is that they have something weak to... Or we can play... Because we're at 2-1 shields now. Hopefully they have something that's weak against Rhyperior. Double weak. And we do get a fighter. This is awesome. So now I can send in my Mewtwo. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to let this Rock Slide go through. Actually, I'm going to protect Mewtwo. So we'll protect Mewtwo here. That's a Rock Slide. Perfect. We called the Rock Slide right. And I'm going to go over a little bit of energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll fire Side Strike. Now, whether the AI shields or not, we have energy for Mewtwo. So we're in a good position right now. But what sucks is that there's a Metagross in the back. So now the AI knows we have Side Strike. So now, oh, it's a, okay, they pull out the Zekrom. Okay. Now we need the shield for, unfortunately, we do need the shield for Rhyperior. So the AI doesn't know. They're probably going to shield this. Okay, perfect, beautiful. Hopefully we can get one more Side Strike before the crunch goes off. We'll win CMP. Perfect. All right. Now the AI has to drain their energy here. And we have a shield. This is good. All right. Perfect. We're going to let the... Okay, perfect. I want the AI to blow all their energy here. Because what happens is the AI doesn't know that we have Rhyperior in the back. Mewtwo goes down, but it did its purpose. It broke a shield and did heavy damage. That's why I like using Mewtwo, because it's such an amazing mon. Alright. We're going to block this. And now what I am going to do here, I'm gonna attempt to get a little bit of energy here. 1, 2, I should be able to farm down actually. Perfect. And then we Rock Wrecker and we go with GG's. Beautiful. Beautifully planned. We lost the lead, but look, because Mewtwo does heavy damage and we are able to realign and play that perfectly, we take out Zekrom. Rhyperior is a great counter against Zekrom and Reshiram because of Mudslap doing so much damage, but at the same time, like I explained in my video with Togekiss, Zekrom and Reshiram aren't particularly bulky, just because a lot what they lose against it does heavy damage, like Togekisses and Rhyperior. So we're 3-0 right now. We are 3-0 against the meta. This is amazing. Having a good time right now. Raikou versus Hydreigon. This is beautiful. We win this lead hard. Our opponent is likely to switch. We get Palkia. Okay, this is kind of bad. I switch out. We want to line up Hydreigon versus Raikou because Raikou can't do anything against us. Now I'm going to start Side Striking off. I should be able to outpace this Palkia. We don't want Palkia versus Rhyperior because Aqua Tail will do a lot of heavy damage against Rhyperior. So we need to keep Palkia away from Rhyperior. Here, this might be a Draco Meteor, but I'm actually expecting Aqua Tail. Perfect. Because I will survive an Aqua Tail in this scenario. Aqua Tail does heavy damage, and it does have stab, but Mewtwo's fast charging, very powerful. So we get the Side Strike off, which is amazing. It should break the second shield. Perfect. Alright. That's what we want. We're up 2-1 in shields. We send out Hydreigon. We're going to shield the next move Palkia throws at us. This is probably an Aqua Tail, but I don't want Hydreigon to take too much damage. So the 2 Aqua Tails were done. Aqua Tails, I believe, are like 40 energy. So this thing's energy dry. Sends in the Snorlax. This is fine. We'll hit it with Dark Pulse. We'll take some chip damage here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send in Rhyperior. We're going to send in Rhyperior, and then we're just going to try to farm a little bit of energy here. So we have a Raikou, which I can easily beat. There's no reason like to worry about Raikou. I'm going to shield this because this is probably Earthquake. Okay, it's Body Slam. I got you baited. That's horrible. We could have used all that sweet energy, but that's fine. Because Snorlax is going to just have to Body Slam to death. There's no way this is Earthquake because Lick doesn't generate a lot of energy. It's going to be a body slam. Perfect. So we're just going to farm down. Actually, I'm going to gather a little bit of energy. We don't want to take another body slam, but this is okay. We're fine. We should have got a lot of energy, so I should have 2 Rock Wreckers stored, I believe. And that timer's going down, so we still have Hydreigon as a sack. Okay, I don't have 2 Rock Wreckers, but that's fine. Perfect. Oh no, this is an Aqua Tail. GG's. I jacked up. This is an Aqua Tail. Yep, that's an Aqua Tail. GG's. See what I mean? It does heavy damage. You need it. You need to keep Rhyperior away. I jacked that up. Raikou doesn't do heavy damage against Hydreigon, but the problem with this is that Raikou actually can still, it still chunks. Wild Charge and Crunch still chunk a lot of damage. Not that my Hydreigon's really, really hurt. See? GG's. And that's the mistake. So the mistake I made over here is that I let Palkia get out. I should have taken out that Palkia ASAP. That's my fault. So we're 3-0 right now. So we're going to do one more battle. Right now we're 3-1 for a regular GBL battle. But as you saw there, keep Palkia away from Rhyperior because Aqua Tail is just so good. It does so much damage. Now we get the Groudon versus the Rhyperior. Now, like the same thing from before, we're just going to bank on that we guessed right. This is a Fire Punch. I'm guessing it's Fire Punch. Alright, perfect. We get the Fire Punch. I'm expecting the AI. Your opponent wants to bait shields in this scenario, unless they go for the big Earthquake play, which would be surprising, because Groudon's strength is the fact that Fire Punch can bait shields. We grab a shield, which is perfect. Hopefully we call the second one correctly. He's gathering energy. That's a lot of energy. So now, for this one, I'm actually going to shield expecting an Earthquake. Dang it. It's okay. He shields. Alright, this is definitely a Fire Punch. The reason why is because there's no way you have that much energy. Perfect. We guessed it. So this thing should be out of energy. I'm going to fire the Dark Pulse just because. We're going to see, does it give up the Groudon or does it keep it alive? Does my opponent want to keep Switch Advantage? Okay, let's it go. Alright. Now it's kind of iffy because we are heavily damaged and there's a Togekiss. So we're just going to have to let it go, unfortunately. Send in the Mewtwo. We should be able to win the ones, and they send in their own respective Mewtwo. Alright, this isn't necessarily bad. I have energy advantage here. So energy advantage basically is like you have stored energy already to throw at your next mon, like how my opponent did here. They threw in the Mewtwo. I should be able to block this. That's alright. I don't know what my opponent is going for. Alright, we blocked the Side Strike, which is perfect. What are you going for? Unless it's overcharged energy. We're going to shield this. There's no reason for me to keep energy on Mewtwo. Okay, it's a Shadow Ball. Beautiful. We shielded the right thing. Because if we did it, we would have been in a lot of trouble. So Side Strike does heavy damage. Even though Mewtwo resisted Side Strike plus Mewtwo, because Mewtwo's attack is so freaking high, it does so much damage. Alright, we do so much damage. And then we should be fine. This might be, even if this is a Shadow Ball, that's okay. Because we still have Rhyperior in the back, and one Rock Wrecker will nuke this. Poor Togekiss. So they send in the Togekiss. You have to switch into me, so there's no point. I know you can't do a sack or anything like that. Even if you do hit me with a charge move, that's perfectly fine, because nothing Togekiss has, even if it's Dazzling Gleam, won't kill my Rhyperior at this range. So we're Gucci. We are Gooch. I resist a Flamethrower. That's perfect. Now, all I'm going to do is just hit the Rock Wrecker. This will KO the Togekiss at this range. We will absolutely wreck you. And this is the freaking GG's AI. Alright, this is amazing. We take out the Togekiss with the Rock Wrecker. Flying Kiss Fortress Death is now dead. And now all we're going to do is just farm down the Mewtwo. And that's GG's. We 4-1 in that set. As you see here, Hydreigon, Mewtwo, Rhyperior, my old line is still incredibly powerful. It's because Zekrom is an electric type, fortunately, and because Hydreigon can actually tank Aqua Tails and Fire Punches, it's a very strong lead. Barring that you don't run into a Metagross or anything else dangerous. So like I said, just be very careful, be very wary of like your matchups. Hydreigon, as you see, was really underestimated. I saw it very rarely in Master League, but not people that actually knew what I was doing with it. So Hydreigon is very strong. if you know how to use it and you call the right moves, it's beats a lot of patterns. But like I said, as you saw in that sim practice, you need to call the right things. If you call the wrong things, it's huge amounts of risk. But that's a very high player skill level. That's a very high. The reason I never really put a video out there for this team is because it's so hard to run. It takes so much faith and player skill, like calling baits and calling like moves, like predicting moves is highly advanced. Knowing what your opponent might have or what they might throw at you, and knowing what you can play with in certain scenarios, that's so important. And it's a very advanced player skill to be able to predict your opponent, because normally people that are just new to PvP will do, they'll automatically use their shields, or they'll be like, I have no idea what this does or how would this take. In this case, you saw Hydreigon can actually take a few things, but if you call them right, like I said. And I called these other ones perfectly. You can tell I'm really comfortable with using Hydreigon just because I used it in Season 1 to break Master League meta, and it looks like in Season 2 it can actually serve the same purpose. But anyways, that's what it is. As you see here, if you want to use Hydreigon, I definitely recommend you use it as a lead. And again, Hydreigon with Flash Cannon. I'll be doing more sim practice with Hydreigon with other teams. If there's a team you want me to try out and build and sim it like this and run a training sim, put it in the comments below and I'll give it a shot. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, you guys. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for all the love and support. And you guys have a wonderful day. First, we're going to get to the key summaries, and then I'm going to go ahead and close out the video. Thank you so much again. All right, let's get to the key summaries. All right, guys, just some key takeaways from The Sims. As you saw here, the key takeaways is that you really need to, with Hydreigon, you really need to know and have a lot of confidence at what charge moves you can take, as you saw in the simulator. As you see, really powerful mons, you have a chance to flip those matchups if you play them very well with Hydreigon in the lead. But Mewtwo and Rhyperior have their own respective roles in this team. And as I do more sims with this team, you will see exactly what role they play in other different scenarios. Today we win 4-1. It's a great result, actually. 4-1 is a great result with this team against the AI. Like I said, the AI is very powerful, very similar to what pro players would do, and actually has probably faster reflexes than a lot of us human beings, because when augmented reality want to switch, augmented reality gonna sack switch like perfectly. But yeah, we did really well. If there's anything you want me to run, like if you want me to experiment with a line that you have and you have an idea, put it in the comments below. I will take your line and I'll run it in this training sim like I did over here, and then we'll see what we can build with it and how well it can do. Thank you for watching the video, guys. Again, if you want me to create a line, or if you have an idea that you want me to try out and see what I can make out of it, put it in the comments below. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys when I stream on Twitch. Have a wonderful day.